You straight up cuckooed that dude, bro. Oh my God.
You've got all your Charger gear on because
feeling fresh as hell.
Well, you guys better enjoy it. The fans loved it.
You have to love what you're seeing on tape if you're a Chargers fan, especially for the future with Justin Herbert.
On the move and throws and touchdown.
Do this together.
Players, coaches, staff, fans, together we can create something truly special.
Stay tuned for some good content.
well, hey, look at that. How about them apples? That wasn't no 3-point squeak by win.
Oh, wait. Did everyone say that the Chargers were going to lose on that broadcast?
Lose by 3 points?
Yeah, I think I saw that.
Interesting.
No.
It's hard to lose when you don't give up a touchdown.
No.
Yeah. Tough one.
Man.
And our boy got, we'll get there.
Yeah, no, obviously it's the game is over. Instant reaction, instant feelings about everything that happened. Man, what a game.
I can't wait to go watch
game.
this again.
Special defense and special teams.
Yeah.
Man. Holy shit.
Darius Davis?
Yeah. Darius Davis. Hey, buddy.
He was not enjoying that cold. He had those hardcore yellow sleeves on tonight. He's like, it's cold. I don't care. I'm from Texas. I'm putting sleeves on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Darius Davis running back an 87 yard touchdown.
80. All I could think of was Phil. 87-yard touchdown.
Oh.
Like the way we started that game was like, oh, whoa, this is different, unique. I think I can get used to this.
Well, because the first drive was like a 3 and out. And
yeah.
Like, okay, that's not how you want to start it.
Yeah.
Was it a fumble? No,
there were a lot of fumbles.
That was the punt. They go either 3 and out or whatever. We stop them. They punt it. Darius Davis runs it back for a touchdown. And it's like, okay, here we go. We're in for it now.
So how do we feel about like that was it? Let's get to the chase. Offense was not great tonight. That is a really good defense. They shut us down pretty hard, and we still found a way to win by 21 points. The defense looked great.
Well, the thing is, if you compare the defenses, I feel like our defense was definitely better in this situation.
Mm-hmm.
Like we had a better defensive game than their defense, and if you overpower them, look at it.
Yeah, it's just a good offense doesn't turn the ball over. Like at the end of the day, we didn't turn the ball over. We didn't have one, did we?
No,
we had some fumbles.
We had a fumble. We recovered
moments, but
yeah. Thanks, Everett.
But I mean, that's the big. I mean, Justin had one there too. He almost got sacked and lost the fumble. Had to last minute scoop it in. But that's the difference in the game is turnovers. We forced how many fumble recoveries did we have? 3 or 4 fumbles.
We had three turnovers.
Yeah. 3 turnovers.
3, and they were all fumbles. So, we didn't get a pick, so they were all picks. Fumbles.
Yeah, so that's the game. That's our offense produced and moving, but 7. Yeah, 7. Yeah, Truly, Joey, and Khalil all had 2 sacks each.
I was off my prediction by double, but I picked them all. They just needed 2 apiece.
They'll hit definitely hard for you.
Yeah,
they doubled down.
Yeah.
Dude, Truly had 2 sacks, 2 tackles for a loss. Defensive Rookie of the Year his name needs to be tossed.
He's a monster, dude.
That's pretty ridiculous.
And they're finally finding their like cohesiveness, and like as soon as they what was the sack dance that he came out and he did the Bosa shrug.
He did a Tuli shrug.
He came out. Thule gave his Bosa shrug was the first sack. I was like, you know what? They're having fun.
They're best friends.
Yeah. This is a different energy. They're on the same page. They're having fun. They're hugging. They're celebrating together. What I want, and I was telling him during the game, we need the offense to have a committee because they're not having nearly as much fun as this defense is having right now.
Yeah. Dude, I just see every time Justin gets tackled, he goes down so weird with that finger. Like that is a big
protecting it. Yeah. Well, after reading the article that Chris Rim put out, that his bone was poking through the skin.
Yeah.
The bone in his finger was poking through the skin. Yeah.
I mean, that guy's a tough mofo. We all know that. He ran for a giant first down there at the end of the game. We had the ball. It was like a classic. Chargers are just going to punt this away and they're going to come back and get in this. And he ran for that first down pretty tough. But when he went down, he was like trying to guard that finger to the best of his ability. It's an impact. Like he's thinking about that when that rush starts to come. It's in his head, So if we can keep winning games with defense and special teams, he gets that finger a little bit more healthy. Man, it's going to be fun when everything starts firing.
That finger is going to be really nice in the playoffs. I'm just going to say it, really nice and quiet. Just soft,
healthy in the playoffs.
Soft finger in the soft playoffs.
Careful.
And
I'm excited. What do you want from me? I'm excited.
how about 3 cheers for our special teams, not just on the punt return for a touchdown.
Dicker.
But Dicker, the doinking, dicking kicker.
Can I have a new nickname for him. We all love trick shots, right? Yeah. Instead of dude perfect, it's dick perfect.
No,
because he was getting bored at the end there. He was getting bored. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna dink this in. Dick perfect. Let's go. 1 million subscribers.
I'm not gonna sign off on that. That's weird.
I'm making t-shirts. People want t-shirts.
We got t-shirts.
I don't think
put it in the comments. Dick perfect.
What's the graphic, Kev?
Exactly. Yeah.
It seemed funny at the time.
It is funny. This was such a huge game. It was going up against a team that everybody expected the Chargers to lose, not handedly, but they were not going to win. And I don't know
we were favored. They were the underdog. We were favored by 3 points. So everyone thought that there's they gave us the okay, maybe they'll win. 21-point game. That's big time, dude.
No, yeah.
Everyone going into this game was like, this is going to be a huge tiebreaker come wildcard playoff time.
This is
going to be one of those games you can't lose because we're both now 4-4, right there in the hunt for the wild card. That's a huge win on prime. We now have 2 consecutive primetime games that we won handily, like pretty dominant.
One, we're seeing a stat on the TV behind you right now. 8 sacks. I thought it was 7. It's 8 with 3 fumble recoveries.
So
even
better.
Tomato. We are the best sack team in the league.
Yeah.
That's
big sack team, big dicker team.
Yeah. And on top of that, like penalties were better. Like, Derwin had the bad pass interference one where he was holding the guy's jersey, but like these hits, they were hitting so hard.
Dude.
They were
like, it was something about their technique. I don't know if they were
leading. They weren't leading with their shoulder or their head. They were doing the same kind of energy, but they were using their hands. It's what I was surprised because I thought there was going to be, every time I saw a hit, I thought there was going to be,
oh, here comes the
this
flag.
Is a massive hit. There's going to be a flag, but they weren't. And I think they're changing their technique, how they're lighting people up right now. I don't know if you saw that, Kyle, but
yeah, I mean, there was the end of the game. It was like the end of the game. Game was completely over. We were up by 3 touchdowns. They were driving down there. Deion Henley is making giant tackles. You have Morrow, Dean Leonard making big hits in like cover 2. They're trying to drop it over. He's just getting hit. Like it was just a physical, different type of defense. 100%. Like they've decided that this whole identity thing, we're going to be people that hit you. And at least Derwin, like Derwin was hitting. He was hitting hard still, but he wasn't getting those dumb penalties of hitting at the head and like just launching himself. Yeah, like he's hitting hard but smart. Joey had a couple penalties in the game which were kind of frustrating at the beginning. But if he's the only one doing that, I think we can recover.
He's got a personal foul when honestly when it happened, it was early in the game. It was honestly like Zach Wilson. You look like you need to get roughed up right now and know what this defense is going to do to you. I was okay with that 15-yard. Like he was just
one of those, hey, little boy, I'm here.
Just give him the extra love. Okay, 15 yards, cool. This is what's coming, and then we get that many sacks. So I feel you on that 100%. And I love Joey because he's always trying to get the edge. So he jumped off sides, but he was, trying to chase that, which you just change those few things. We almost had a perfect game.
What did you guys feel about Eck? I feel like Eck dropped like 12 footballs.
I was 2 things on offense that I really am frustrated with was not Eck, but Pipkins. Pipkins had one of his worst games of the year so far. And granted, a great defense, great pass rushers, but he had a terrible game.
Right.
And Eck, there was maybe one of those Eck drops was like a low pass from Justin, but otherwise, like dude, like, what are you doing, man? Like, come on. I told him halftime, like, let's see a little bit more of the alternative, cast for that, because Kelly runs better between the tackles, and then let's see what happens with the Davis and Quentin, because we just weren't quite getting it with him in the middle, the second and third quarter.
Right.
And then he got the garbage, he got the touchdowns, and he earned the first one because he scored 3 times for fuck's sake. You know what I mean? So not to be negative, but I just that was a weird little part of the game that I wish could have been shored up.
Yeah. Well,
Keenan catch at the end of the game for his 10,000 yards
for the 10K. His 10K catch was so
dude. I was watching that in my loft with my wife, my oldest son, and my youngest son. The 2 middles were sleeping. The catch happened, and Paxton goes, "Did you see that catch?" I'm like, "Did you see that catch? That was incredible!" Like,
did we just become best friends?
Do we need to do karate in the garage? Let's go, Pax. Yeah, it was awesome. Like, that was an incredible. I was like, oh shoot, like Justin overthrew him again. He looks like he's like adjusting weird. Nope, scooped that thing right off the ground. That was incredible. Like, those are those timely plays that are momentum plays that like just really put the dagger on in the Jets. Like, nope, you're not coming back. We're gonna catch this. We're now in field goal range. You're donezo.
Well, it's one of those catches. Like I was talking about it with Kevin when we saw it. It's like, there's been some crazy one-handed catches. There's been some crazy, I'm hold it on my head or hold it on my side.
Right.
The athleticism it took for him to catch it, spin
and then
around,
swoop it,
and keep it from hitting the ground. I have never seen a catch like that, that level of athleticism ever.
Yeah.
And that is just absolutely one of the best catches, if not the best catch I've ever seen.
I just find it amazing that was his 10,000 yard catch.
And that was, that's the catch that did it.
Put that in the book, save that clip. Yeah. That's the 10,000 yard catch. I want to sign him for, is this his last year?
He has another year on his contract, but it has to get restructured because
we got to get him to like the end of his career. Get him
sign him to another 3-year deal.
Yeah.
He's so valuable to this team and Justin and I don't know. I'm just so goddamn excited about this team.
Was such a great game for him and a great catch for him to get his 10,000 yard. Absolutely well deserved. We saw him walking down the hallway at the end, hugging Staley, hugging.
That was amazing. The whole staff was down there hugging, the smiles and the energy, man. Like that's going to carry over to next week.
Yeah,
2 dominant performances like this, when everyone I'm not going to call out our boy Jason Reed, but Jason Reed, you were scared a lot. I love you.
I'm not gonna, but I'm gonna.
I love you. I'm not gonna call you out, but I'm gonna. You were scared,
right?
But they weren't. And we dominated that game. We had 2 dominant performances.
Yeah.
And that was so freaking awesome.
Right. So, all right. Well, any final thoughts, guys? Anything else you want to get off your chest before we wrap this puppy up?
Hey, if you want to come hang out and do the live stream with us, we had a really good time.
We had a lot of laughs.
It was a really good time.
Sure. It was a really good time.
No pressure. You can always go to chargerchat.com. T-shirts, hoodies, and stickers.
Well, that's going to do it for this instant reaction, folks. We will have our regular episode out on Wednesday.
Yes, sorry about that.
Hey, you know what? Monday night games, they kind of screw things up, but we will get our Ask Bolt Fams up. So if you have questions, get them in ASAP, and we'll get that episode out to you Wednesday. But until then,
okay, love you, bye.
Okay, love you, bye.
Okay, love you, bye.
Mwah. That's the new end. It's okay, love you, bye. Boom.